What's up, good people? It's your boy Jew joining you in tune to 10 to 20. I'm talking to Mr. Ty Cooper. Ty, we got some affinity. Ty is a alum of Norfolk State University. He's doing big things. Got a new movie coming out called Amanda. What's going on, Ty?
What's going on, my brother? I'm doing very well, man. I'm blessed.
Good, man. Good. I got my coffee, man. So if I take a sip of coffee, man, just you could just keep on talking at the same time. But
I have my water. I have my warm water with tea.
Hey,
with lemon.
Look,
warm water with lemon.
Look, man. It's
I'm sipping too, brother.
I love it.
I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, man. I'm a tea drinker. But today I got my water with lemon.
Hold on. Okay, so you don't drink coffee?
No, not at all.
Oh wow! Any particular reason?
Man, to be honest with you, man,
I'm just asking.
I'm not a judgmental guy, man. My people drink coffee all the time.
Uh-huh.
I see the line at Starbucks just too long, and I see people getting multiple cups of coffee, man. So
it deterred you. Oh man,
I feel as though it's addictive. I'm not judging, but my brother,
I get it.
You feel me?
I do.
I don't knock anyone. I'm like, yo, I can't be that customer, man. I can't spend $7 for a cup of coffee.
Oh man. And you know what? I made this in house today. So I saved a few dollars and $7 or $10, however. That's not my place of choice. I love big up to Dunkin' Donuts. I love Dunkin'. That's my spot. Hey, yo, Ty, man, when did you come out of Norfolk State?
I came out in 95. I took a year off while I was there. I started my business when I was in my third year. So I made that decision to take a year off before. And then I said, you know what, I want to start my business. This is what I want to do. So I did that.
Wow, man, I came out in 01. And
okay.
Man, you were there in the years where Dr. Brockington was there. Were you a mass comm major?
No, I was a marketing and finance major.
Marketing and finance. How did you get in the movies?
Man, I started my company, as an undergrad, and I started my company in '93. So 4 years after I started my company, I wrote my first stage play. And within my company, I was a promoter. So I promoted concerts and shows, and I wanted to bring a play to Woodard Hall. So I wrote a play and brought it to Woodard Hall, and I had about 1,000 people in attendance that first day. And I got bit by the bug, at that time.
So you have this. I'm looking at your credentials, man, and they're just an array of things. You've been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah, and, I'm old.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say that. I didn't go there. Ty, tell us about Amanda.
Man, Amanda is a sweet story. Let me give you a little background information, man. So I first started to write a feature film called The Coffee House, and within The Coffee House, some of it had these different characters that engage in the coffee house, but then you go outside the coffee house into their individual lives, and that was a long time ago. So then I revisited it a few years ago, and I said, you know what? Instead of me putting out The Coffee House, let me extract one of these characters. So I looked at my characters. I had a character named Pharrell, Amanda, Lloyd, Charlie, and others, right? So I said, well, the most, I would say, developed character and the most interesting at this time would probably be Amanda's story. And I extracted Amanda, created her story, and that's why I released Amanda. But Amanda is about a young woman whose mother died when she was 9 years old from cancer. And, she lived with that trauma since then. But the film opens up when she's 28 years old and a painter who's waiting to get her work curated in the gallery. And as she's working on that final piece, she's forced to deal with the trauma, the unresolved trauma that she's been dealing with, that's been sitting in her head since 9 years old. And that's what trauma does. When you don't resolve your trauma, you don't get help for your trauma. It reminds you sometimes that it's still there. So it sticks its ugly head out and say, hey, I'm still here. And so I wanted to tell a story that's extremely relatable. And, during COVID, so many people have dealt with mental illness. Just recently, the pageant queen and the attorney.
Oh, man, so terrible.
Terrible. So these are things that really, you never know what someone is going through. And that's really the epitome of Amanda's story. You never really know what someone is going through. And, she could be the person could be your waitress. It could be your dry cleaning person. It could be your Amazon delivery guy or whatever. And you just never know. And that's why I wanted to tell a story that could actually help people, give us a moment to just stop and think about our community. And I love art. And so, so I answered some of your questions. I don't want to go too further.
Man, I just want to go piggyback off of how Amanda's story flourished, because you said you had different people and had different names in in the story. Now, were those names, were they based off of real people, or do you know these people and you just changed the name to protect the innocent or the guilty at the same time? How did you come up? Are these real characters but just with different names?
No, I created the characters, but all the situations are something that's relatable. We all deal with trauma, right? We all understand loss. We all, we understand community. We have friends. We have next door neighbors. We have people who we just hang out with, and we also understand the need of community, how it helps us.
Yeah.
So I created the characters, but I did pull from my life. I pulled from my community. My mother, she beat breast cancer in 2018.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, my father has, he's dealing with prostate cancer right now, but he caught it early, so God bless. But I lost family members. I lost aunts and uncles, and I come from an extremely close knit family. So when I say I lost my aunt and uncles,
that's big.
Those are like second mom and second dad.
Yeah.
I don't have, that's just kind of the dynamics of my family. And I would say this. I will also share this is that, man. It kind of get me a little bit emotional, man.
Hey, man, it's all good, man.
But this morning my cousin contacted, the family via text to let her know that, that my other aunt, her mom is been put in ICU this morning.
Oh my God.
So yeah, man,
wow.
You can go ahead, man. You can.
Man, I am so sorry about what's going on with your aunt right now, and our prayers are going out to them, to you and them. You're filled with emotion, and this is what drives you, man, and you can feel it, and I can already tell without seeing this movie, it's emotional. And we need to see the reality of what's going on in the world. And, your emotion really speaks volumes as in regard to who you are and how you, in a sense, approach a project. And, man, I am, You've done a lot. You produced this, you wrote this piece, you directed it, and I'm looking forward to going to check this out. Now, I'm looking at my schedule. Now, I have a February 5th and February 6th date. February 5th is going to be at Movie Land in Richmond, Virginia, and on the next day, it's going to be at the Narrow Theater in Norfolk.
Yes.
Ty, tell us about the process of, and I know, doing this is not easy. I know it's challenging as far as, number one, even, you're just producing and putting and writing all of this stuff. And now the marketing piece. And that's great that you have a marketing background. But at the same time, is it difficult for you to go out to these places and say, look, I want to debut my movie here? Was it difficult for you to do that?
What it is, it's just scheduling. The way I do it, I rent out all the theaters. So when I'm touring, I'm renting out theaters all around the country to put this, to screen whatever I'm screening.
Got it.
This isn't my first project, but it's very dear to me. As I kind of share with you. So for me, it's really a passion project. So when you have a passion project, nothing is really difficult. When you have a passion project, you really have your heart behind it. You just got to do what you have to do. So it's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. But I don't ask, can I screen my film. I rent the theater out.
Got it.
Yeah, I paid. So yeah, so I try to. I'm not a control freak, but I do want control over the presentation of what I'm offering.
Absolutely. Man, much love and respect to you, man. Yeah. How can we number one,
Drew, can I add this?
Man, you can add whatever you want to add. Go ahead.
Thank you, good sir. For me, this is truly a homecoming for me. When I was in undergrad at Norfolk State, my second semester of my freshman year, I lived in Ghent.
Wow.
And and I'm from Harlem. I'm from New York. So Ghent to me remind me of the tenement buildings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it really remind me of a lot of home. And so for me, the fit was perfect. Like living around Norfolk State wouldn't have been the fit for me. Ghent was really the fit for me. From the tenement buildings to the stair, to the fire escapes in the back.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of stuff that it really resonated with me. So I lived there. And I used to go to, well, I'm not going to give any restaurant any kind of free promotion, but I used to
Man, it's all good. Go ahead and share it, man. Go ahead. We like talking about food, too.
Well, in my freshman year, I'm 18 years old. I used to go to Kelly's Tavern. And then
okay.
Right across the street, and then I get a burger. That's when I used to eat beef. I get a burger, and then I walk across the street to the movie theater.
Wow.
The Narrow was the only independent type of movie theater in town. So for me, man, it was just that was my thing, man. And then so now, even back then, I'm gonna tell you, even back then, I used to dream. It was an independent theater, so I was like, man, if I was a movie maker, I could have my movie here. This would be great. But I didn't have aspiration of making a movie back then. It was just me just thinking about how that would be. So how you're young, you're like, I wonder, should we do it now as we get older too? But so I used to go there. I used to have this experience. It was like a regular experience for me. So now we fast forward 30 years later or so, and now I'm actually screening my film at the Narrow.
Man, that's crazy. Oh my God.
So what I did.
Man.
I came to town the other day, just kind of, drop off the poster, the movie size poster,
right.
Drop that off at the Narrow. I went around the whole Ghent neighborhood and putting up posters in some of the stores.
Amazing.
Went to this place I used to go, this little coffee shop I used to go. I didn't call it Fairgrounds or something like that. But I went there just kind of, support them, buy some tea.
Oh, you went to a coffee shop and bought some tea. I got it. It's so good.
So then I crossed the street and I actually sat down at Kelly's Tavern, man, and had a turkey burger, bro. And so,
oh man, how it all came together. Oh man,
you get me? It was so nostalgic for me, man. I'm just looking at Kelly's Tavern from the from the restaurant. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Oh
man.
my God!
I just looked at God. I looked up.
Yeah.
Man. I literally looked up and like, yo, you funny. Because I had that conversation. God and we had that conversation. I always let him know. I said, yo, man, you funny, man. You God, you funny.
Gosh.
So what you had stated earlier, the hard work, it's not really hard, but the work, yes, it's tiring on a 50-year-old body.
Wow.
To travel and kind of do what I do the way I do it, because I don't just depend on social media. I want to meet people, man. I want to get out there. I'm old school too, so I use social media, but I also get on the ground. And I have when I was there in Ghent, I had conversation with people. I'm stopping people, say, hey, how you doing? I say, hey, I wrote a movie, produced a movie, and I'm and they're showing it the Narrow, and they walking their dogs, and they stop and talk, and we had a short conversation. And I went into the stores. I'm having a conversation with the owners of some of these stores who, when the owner was present. So it just felt good to kind of let people put my face to the project, and we have a conversation about the project and just how business is doing for them and what's been going on, how they've been making it through COVID. You can't have that conversation or foster that relationship online. It doesn't work. Yeah,
I agree with you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Ty Cooper. He has a brand new movie called Amanda coming out. And big up to Ike Owens, my dude, man, who set all of this up. Much respect and love goes out to Ike. Ty, man, I just, I'm looking forward to welcoming you back home with this new project. Man, tell us before we get out of here, how we can get tickets, and how can we? Is there a website we can go to, or social media, or something like that?
Yeah, sure. You can get tickets through my website, and when you go to the website, you're actually able to see a trailer.
Oh,
You're
great.
actually able to see interviews. So I was interviewed, by someone, and you could see something from the lead character. She's talking about how she prepared for the role, because it's very heavy dialogue.
Yeah.
So you can go to AmandaTheFilm.com. So that's www.AmandaTheFilm.com. Put that in your browser. You can go and view these things, and you can also click on the dates to where you want. If you're in Richmond, or if you're in Norfolk, whatever's convenient for you, you can go ahead and click there and buy it. So AmandaTheFilm.com, and they take you to an Eventbrite, website. You can buy the tickets. I do have to also share that this is definitely a mask mandatory event. So you do have to wear a mask.
Put your mask on. Put your mask on.
Yeah, it's a short. It's not a it's not a long. I mean, yeah, you will be combined with the film screening and the panel discussion. You will be in there for like an hour and a half. But if time flies, and you'll be able to manage with the mask on. We're just trying to keep people safe. We don't have, I don't want people who don't want to wear it or whatever. Everybody do their own thing. But in this particular event,
put your mask on. Put it on.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we just try to keep people safe. We don't have the answers. We don't know anything, but we just know what we think we know. And I think that wearing the mask in an enclosed area is safe.
Yeah.
Wise. Sunday, February 6th at 8 p.m. So doors open at 8 p.m. and then the movie starts about 8:15, 8:20. Okay, so. And then it's followed by the panel discussion, which is moderated by Cheryl Wilkerson, from WNSB.
That's right, Cheryl Wilkerson. I love her. She's just so amazing, so amazing. And now we may have some people listening that's in the Richmond area. Will be traveling to Richmond this weekend as well. So tell us that information that's going down at Movie Land.
Okay, yeah. So Movie Land, which is Bowtie Cinemas, is on 1301 North Arthur Ashe Boulevard. But you'll see the information. But Bowtie Cinemas, Movie Land, or you could put Movie Land in your GPS. But that screening is at 7 p.m. and that's on Saturday the 5th. Saturday the 5th, 7 p.m. You could buy tickets on the same website, which is AmandaTheFilm.com. And I don't know, but it's not. Is this nonprofit station? If I could say pricing,
man, you can say the price. Man, say whatever you go say. Man, I love it, man. Just give all the information out. Information out.
Tickets are $20 for the Norfolk screening as well as the Richmond screening. I just keep that consistent. And we're gonna be in Richmond because that's where we filmed at a year ago on its anniversary. This is a year later. We filmed the 5th through the 6th through the 10th, and this weekend is a year later. And I did that with intention. Yeah, I did that with intention. So, and Black History Month too. So I really wanted to do all that combined.
Bingo.
But, yeah, February 5th, Movie Land in Richmond, 7 p.m. And then we're going to be in Norfolk at the Narrow Theater or the Narrow Cinemas, which is on Carly Avenue in the Ghent neighborhood of Norfolk. And that's February 6th at 8 p.m. Okay, so and wear your mask and bring a tissue because you may cry. A lot of people cried in Charlottesville when I screened it a month ago. So in November. So you may want to prepare for that.
All right. So not only do you get your popcorn ready, but get your tissues ready as well. That's all good, man. Ty, man, I want to thank you so much, man. You're listening to 10 to 20. With Jude Joyner, and we've been talking to Ty Cooper today. Ty, one more question, man.
Sure.
When you go to the Chinese restaurant, what do you order?
Oh, I order chicken and broccoli.
Chicken and broccoli. That sounds good. Sounds good, man. What are your 3 favorite? I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna give you some seconds. Some seconds. What are your favorite 3 words?
Love, community, philanthropy.
Man, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking to Ty Cooper. Go check out the movie called Amanda. Now, visit the website, www.amandathefilm.com. amandathefilm.com. Get tickets. Don't forget to check this thing out. It's 10 to 20 with you. We'll holler at you. Peace.